What up guys, this is Solid Saiyan, and today I'm going to be trying to answer a question that I've heard a lot in this community. People have been having trouble answering this question because there's not much evidence around, but basically I'm trying to answer the Supreme Kai versus Piccolo fight, and I've heard it a lot in Q&As, and people really don't answer it, or really can't answer it, because they just they try to get an answer quickly for the Q&A, so they don't really think that hard or as much. So I'm gonna try and dedicate this video just to that question. So basically this question was asked because we saw that in the Buu Saga these two were gonna fight, they were matched up, but it never happened, and there's evidence, or people have said that the Supreme Kai was stronger because of how Piccolo reacted. So basically what we saw was that Piccolo realized who the Supreme Kai was, or at least who he thought he was. He thought he was the Grand Kai, so he's like, wow, this is like a god, I can't fight him. And there's people who argue this whole thing right here isn't a reason to say that Piccolo's weaker, because he's just like respecting this god. That's why he doesn't want to fight him. But then there's the others who say that the Supreme Kai is stronger because Piccolo said to Goku that, oh, this guy's unbelievably strong, and in the anime he kind of acted like he was scared of him. But what I did was I wanted to know the answer, so what I did was I read through that part of the manga with that question in mind, which is how I get to read the anime. Watch the anime a lot and read the manga a lot. Even though I've seen it many times and stuff, it's because I always do it when with a question in mind. Well, usually. So that's what I did here, and so my answer is found based on Buu. So basically, we saw that Buu absorbed, or at least we know that Buu absorbed the buff Supreme Kai, and that's how he became Buff Buu the first time. We also know he absorbed the Fat Supreme Kai, and that's how he became Fat Buu. And then we also saw that he absorbed Gotenks, Gohan, Piccolo, and so every time Buu absorbed someone stronger, he would look like that character, that character. So Kibito Shinkai, the fusion between Supreme Kai and Kibito, they mentioned that the fight between the Supreme Kais and Buu happened, and the outcome was basically all of them died or were absorbed, besides the Supreme Kai. The Supreme Kai, we know, he also mentions while being this fusion, he says that he was the weakest. He was the weakest Supreme Kai, so just keep this in mind. So Kid Buu absorbed the buff Supreme Kai, which made him Buff Buu, and then later he absorbed the Fat Supreme Kai, which made him Majin Buu, or Fat Buu, the Buu that we know that's fat. And so out of Buff Buu and Fat Buu, the stronger of the two is Fat Buu, because he resembles the Fat Supreme Kai, and the Fat Supreme Kai was the stronger one. And then when Super Buu later on absorbs Gotenks and Piccolo, he looks more like Gotenks. That's because Gotenks was stronger. Later, when the fusion is over, it's now, who am I gonna look like? The Buff Supreme Kai, the Fat Supreme Kai, Goten, Piccolo, and Trunks. And out of all of them, the stronger one was Piccolo. So that's where we got Buiccolo, or however you want to call him. And so that's where the answer lies. If the Supreme Kai said he was the weaker of all the Kais, and Buu already has inside him two Supreme Kais and Piccolo, Gotenks, and Goten and Trunks, and he ends up looking like Piccolo, that means that Piccolo is stronger than the Fat Supreme Kai, Buff Supreme Kai, and the Supreme Kai he was gonna fight in the Buu Saga. So yeah, that's basically my answer to this. So yeah, let me know if this helped. Did this answer the question for you? If you have any counter arguments or anything like that, that's fine. Just let me know. But yeah, there was really no other answer I could figure or find or anything. So that's where I got it from. So yeah, so now we also know who's stronger, Fat Buu or Buff Buu. So does this answer the question? What do you guys think? Like, comment, and subscribe. This was Solid Saiyan, and I'm out. Peace.